Hey, if you're watching this episode of the podcast on YouTube, just want to remind you we stream live exclusively for first members at roosterteeth.com every Monday evening. If you'd like more information and a 30-day free trial, just click the link in the description below. No one messed with me. It's the first time ever. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's podcast. This week brought to you by MeUndies, NatureBox, and Trunk Club. Thanks to our sponsors for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. I'm Gus.
I'm Chris.
I'm Josh.
I'm John.
And I'm Gus. So hopefully Bernie doesn't show up and kick you off again.
I know.
Gosh, I felt really bad
I
about that.
didn't even get credited in the, if you read the like YouTube and the site description. I'm not even mentioned, even though I'm there for like 10
You
minutes.
disappear entirely. So this episode of the podcast is pre-recorded. I should let everyone know that right off the top. We are closed for holiday because of Martin Luther King Day. So we are pre-taping this so that everyone doesn't have to come in on their day off and help us make dick jokes for an hour and a half.
Are we closed on Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have Monday off, John.
Thank you.
I pull some strings for you. You have a day off.
Nice guy, Gus.
Yeah. Go home, play some Overwatch.
Yeah.
You still playing a lot of Overwatch?
Let's play a lot of Overwatch. Actually, I've learned I love playing competitive Overwatch, even though it is just the most broken thing in the world. But I've learned a new love, which is making custom games in Overwatch. That you make the custom games in Overwatch reflect other video games. Like you can set the settings so it's very much like COD, where everyone has to play soldier and health is really low but damage is really low, so it's like how you play in Call of Duty, you die really quickly. Or there's like other custom games. So I've gotten into playing more fun stuff with Overwatch. I'm having fun with Overwatch.
What's your favorite custom game type you've made then?
The one that I watched recently, that I tried out on a stream was this Australian streamer Muselk. He basically went on Eichenwald. Defense is Symmetra, offense is Genji, and defense sets up turrets everywhere.
Okay.
And again, you set damage really high and health really low, and the Genjis have to make their way through Eichenwald's like village to the first point without dying from the hidden turrets, like zapping them and just instantly killing them.
Right.
So you see a bunch of like Genjis
Slowly
tiptoeing
creeping
through like this German town. It's pretty fun.
Interesting. Sorry, we're gonna talk about Overwatch for a minute. I'm totally distracted. I'm down the rabbit hole. When I am awesome as D.Va, why does nobody ever vote for me?
D.Va doesn't get cards or play the
D.Va
game
doesn't
very
get
much.
shit.
Yeah.
I'll get nominated for like at the end where people vote. No one ever votes for me.
A good D.Va can easily get 4 golds, get like top eliminations, top damage, everything like that, but then they just don't get.
I was on Eichenwald the other day. I was D.Va, same situation. I got 4 goals at 18 consecutive kills.
Yeah.
22 total kills. No votes.
And sorry, bad news. She's getting nerfed too, just a little bit, because she's OP'd right now.
She was very weak at launch.
Yeah,
her shield was kind of fucked
up. They
up.
fixed her shield, and now she like if you have a good D.Va, they can just fuck up everything.
Oh shit! All right,
Overwatch guys.
Y'all play a lot of Overwatch?
Play a lot of video games, Josh?
It's okay.
No, I do. I'm playing The Witness right now, actually.
Oh, if you want to like bang your head on a desk for like 20 hours.
Well, I almost made fun of you for playing The Witness, considering how long it's been since The Witness came out. And then I remember I just finished my first run through of Skyrim.
There you go.
Really?
So I'm a little behind as well. Yeah. I'm about to go through my first run through of Dishonored 1 as well. And so yeah, I'm a little behind. But Witness, how horrible of a brain puzzle is that?
No, it's good. It's like a game that oscillates really fast between making you feel very smart and making you feel insanely stupid. And I try not to look up how to get past stuff in games, but like I've looked up more in that game, and like it's gotten to a point where as soon as I hit a roadblock, I'm like, nope, and I just go.
I had a weird thing in that game where normally I don't play my video games very loud, and there's one puzzle like in the hedge maze.
Oh, you have to turn up the
audio cues.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't figure out what to do. And then when I looked up, I was like, oh, I just have to turn my volume up. Like I'm just like I'm not hearing the clues that are telling me where to go in this maze.
That's really similar to the 11 Little Roosters too. There's some audio clues in that as well.
You're not allowed to plug your show
it's
this
out
early.
Today.
It's out today.
You're not allowed to plug your show this early.
We
just started the podcast.
It's like a late night talk show.
Yeah.
So tell me about your latest project. 11 Little Roosters.
Let's roll the clip.
Well, no, it is weird because as playing that game actually gave me more ideas for what I could have done. So I almost wish I had played it like 2 months ago when it apparently was already out, as you say.
It's been out for quite a while.
I think it came out almost a year ago, maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty old. I remember Alana geeking out about it on Twitter like before RTX.
It's up for a lot of people's game of the year, so I assume it was a 2016.
It was 2016.
It was early
maybe
2016.
like January or something.
I think in January. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think by the time this is out, people will have solved the puzzles for the first episode?
When's the podcast? Is it 7:30?
7:30. Yeah. This is about 7:35 right now.
Okay, so 10. It came out at 10 a.m. So that's what, like
Nine
and a half hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
they solved it.
I hope so. There's one puzzle in the pilot I think is pretty tough, but other than that, I think people have at least gotten 4 out of 5 of
Yep.
the things.
It was a long episode.
It's like a good 15, 16 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't realize that the episodes were going to be that long, but it doesn't feel.
Well, only the pilot's that long.
Okay.
The rest of them hover around 10 minutes.
It doesn't drag. It didn't feel like a 15-minute commitment.
Thank you.
It was really good. I enjoyed it.
I love that a 15-minute commitment is like it has the potential of dragging for you. I just went and saw
Well, it
Silence
does.
last night, and this is a 3-hour-long movie.
15 minutes is a long time on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know, not for me anymore. I watch most of my content on YouTube, and I watch long content.
What's the last long thing you watched on YouTube?
I probably watched something on Red Letter Media. I mean, they have long podcasts and shows on there that range over 20 minutes each.
Oh wait, you're right. Shit, this is on YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah. This is also long. Yeah.
No, but lots of times whenever I'm like, we were talking about this right before the podcast started. Whenever like I'm sitting around, if I'm using my laptop or just browsing the internet, I'll turn my TV on and just put something on. And I feel like lately, Speed is on all the time. I think it's on IFC. It's just like anytime I turn my TV on, it's like, oh cool, Speed's on IFC.
And you leave it on.
And I leave it on. I'll turn it on, even though I've seen Speed maybe 100 times by this point. And I'll just like, oh cool, that's like a comfort thing. I'll just turn it on and just leave it going.
You sound like you don't like Speed. Do you not like Speed?
No, I like Speed. I'm actually a diehard Keanu fan.
There you
Like
go.
always, like
That was a great era too.
yeah, that was,
was, like,
and
6 years.
It's a very. I just thought it was very odd that. For me, there's so much stuff that I need to watch and that I want to watch, and there's so many movies that I need to get to, and so many Netflix series. I don't really put very much stuff on just for this, like as far as TV shows, just for the sake of background. That's again, like we were talking about, YouTube is what I do that for. But at Speed, just seems like a very odd movie just to keep watching over and over again.
There's so much garbage. Like you go through like TV channels, and it's like I have who knows? I've got like 1,500 channels or something ridiculous,
Brag
right?
about it.
And it's like, oh, this is all garbage. Like if there's like whole networks devoted to shit I don't want to see. Like HGTV. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. I don't want to watch someone buy a house and then like gut it to try to flip it, and then oh shit, we have
That's
to
just
replace
life.
the wall.
You don't
That's
want to
life.
watch about
Yeah.
watch about tiny homes? You don't want to watch?
No, I
feature
lived
people-
in a tiny home. I don't want to fucking ever look at a tiny home again. The last house I lived in before I moved was like 750 square feet. I'm never doing that
That's
again.
big compared to the tiny homes.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, it's like, and that was a nightmare. So I'm not going to watch these people like, yeah, we want to simplify. We want to get really down no,
With our
fuck
6
you.
children.
Fuck you. You need to live like a normal person. But there's like these whole networks. Like I don't care. Like I'll find one every now and then. Like what was it the other day? Somebody was like, oh, there's a cooking channel that's different than the food channel.
Yeah.
Well, you
There was an
Once-
interview for a guy that came in one time, and he was talking about how like he worked for the network that owns both. The network owns both those channels.
Of course.
They grow the food in one channel and they cook it
No,
on the
you're
other
thinking of-
channel.
You're thinking of the agriculture channel.
No, there's not an agriculture.
Watch corn grow for the next 8 hours.
That would do well.
I PA'd on I think it was the cooking channel. They had a 4th of July special here in Texas, and I PA'd on. This was like 6 years ago or something. And you just like get to see all the inner workings of those reality type shows, like where they cook all the food first, which is not the person cooking. It's like a bunch of chefs and a thing, and they bring it out and present it to like a family. And then they actually, to get a nice sheen on it, they sprayed it with bug spray. So these shiny burgers that looked great, but would probably kill you if you ate them. And then the next day, they filmed all the shopping for ingredient stuff. So it
Well, that was
very.
one of my former jobs. I worked for a company that owned, like an umbrella company, that owned a bunch of restaurant franchises, stuff like that. And I worked for their marketing department. And one of my jobs was we'd go out and take photos for the menu, and we would do tricks like that all the time. Use oil instead of water to get like droplets on stuff. We would use mashed potatoes instead of ice cream because it would just melt.
Yeah.
I think photographing food is really difficult. It's really easy to photograph food and make it look disgusting.
Yeah.
Like I'll
yeah.
go to like some mom and pop restaurants where they like put pictures of the food in the menu. It's like, oh, I don't want to eat that. Why would you show me that? Like, this is what you think would make people want to order it?
McDonald's Canada put out some really cool videos a while back. I think they were trying to do some like goodwill, like transparency stuff, and they showed for the most part, from start to finish, the process of taking a photo of one of their burgers and even like the final photoshopping of what they do, and like watching the guy place like pickles and stuff with tweezers and like take a blowtorch to just slightly melt the cheese so it lilted over the edge. It was like, that level thing, and then they set it down in this little box where they take the photo, and it's got like 10 lights on it that all go off, with the strobe and everything like that. It was an amazing thing to watch, but. That's what it takes to make that McDonald's burger and fries look the way.
And
they
that's
do.
someone's job too.
Yeah.
Like if you've ever been on like those sets, it's like that is one person. Like, and they
Food
do
wrangler.
that. Yeah, they do that on all the sets. Did you say Hamburglar? What'd you say?
I said food wrangler.
We'll
But
call him
hamburger
the
is better.
from now on.
We also used mashed potatoes as ice cream on the 11 Little Roosters. I should point out.
There you go.
It's not that episode's not
So
out
that's a
yet.
spoiler. That's not in
Yeah.
the first episode.
Look
It's
for
not in the
those.
first episode.
There were times where in later episodes there's like food on set, and then I was getting so hungry in one of the scenes I was filming, I just kept going and eating the food, and the food wrangler was like, "You got to stop eating those. Like, there's less in here than there was in the earlier shots." I was like, "I can't stop."
Well, that's also sometimes a bummer when if you're on. I've been on stuff where you're on set and you have to eat, and the food isn't like. It doesn't stay warm for forever.
No,
It
it's
doesn't-
never good.
It's not good, but you have to keep it. Or like when we did the dog killer short,
Oh yeah.
and you had to eat that meat concoction that they made, and we did
Yeah.
the take like 8 times.
That was better than Ashley Faddison. Ashley
yeah.
Faddison, I had to eat like 5 hamburgers. I was doing butt buddies at the same time, so I had to like spit it all out. But it was like shoving half a burger in my mouth and then spitting it all out and doing it again.
When we filmed years ago, when we were down in the Congress studio, we filmed that short about the interdimensional taco or the interdimensional sandwich.
Oh yeah,
that
Food
come-
war?
you take a
Food War.
bite out of it.
And yeah, well, I had to film. We filmed for about 8 hours, and I had this sandwich that had been sitting out for 8 hours with like covered in mayonnaise. And I would take a bite out of it and pretend I was eating it. Then as soon as they cut, there was a trash can like right
Ugh.
by me. I would just like spit it all out. Like, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten. But the worst was the food immersion where
Yeah,
they took
that
us
was-
out to drink and
Oh
then
yeah.
made us eat at the fucking
That
Crack
sounds
of Dawn.
terrible.
What about that time that one guy made you cover yourself in mayonnaise?
Oh, that was bad. I kept finding mayonnaise in like the little crevices of my ear. Like I thought I could, no matter how many times I cleaned myself, there was mayonnaise somewhere. But it was great for my hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my hair was so shiny,
It's got a lot of good proteins for it.
lustrous. Yeah,
Well then, you're welcome.
yeah. I might put a little more mayonnaise. My hair's a little dry right now because of winter. Might put a little more mayonnaise on there.
Oh, you got to moisturize, dude.
Yeah, with mayonnaise.
Well, there's other products, but sure, if you want.
Mayonnaise worked great. I found something that
Could
works.
you imagine go to someone's shower and then they just have a jar of mayonnaise?
I would
They've
imagine
got
your
a-
bathroom, Chris.
They've got a
okay?
little fridge that just holds a jar of mayonnaise.
Actually, for as much of a crazy person as you are, Chris, your kitchen at your house is one of the most neat and like tidy
I'm a very
kitchens.
clean person.
That's what I'm saying. You're like you literally had to change a shirt a second ago because you had a stain on it.
Well, I don't know. That's because there's a huge stain on my nipple.
Yeah, but like you walked all the way out of your house and had a whole stain and didn't realize until just now you had a stain. And you're also just nuts in so many ways. But your house is very tidy. At least your kitchen. I haven't really ventured into your bedroom very
I keep the whole
much.
thing clean.
I would
Yeah.
love to see what's in your cupboards and what's in your refrigerator.
Oh, I don't know about the food. Yeah, talking about you and your food, I don't even know.
That's just because I'm thinking about the cooking fish.
Oh wait, okay. So I got made fun of recently for something in my cupboard, and I want to ask 3 other gentlemen,
Okay.
manly men, about this. So I had to move apartments within my complex because they did tests, and it turns out that my building's foundation was moving. So it was unsound. They had to move me. And so they were going to pay for the movers to come move all the boxes. I just had to put everything into boxes. And so I had a couple of guys come over. I had Andy and I had Lynn, Aaron's brother, come over, and I had Tyler come over to help me do the last bit, take apart beds and stuff. And Andy and Tyler were putting my kitchen stuff in boxes, and I was in my bedroom trying to take apart my bed. And they start laughing about something. I go out there, and they're making fun of how many spices I had. I had like a whole bunch of spices that I use for cooking. And
How many
everything like that.
spices?
Probably a good like over a dozen different spices, if not like
Under 20?
it's getting close to there.
Okay.
I mean, that doesn't seem outrageous.
That they were like making like that would like they were attempting to chip away at my masculinity via
Because you
spice
use spices?
discrimination.
No,
Yeah.
that's dumb.
No.
Yeah.
You're,
Okay.
you're in the right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
As long as we're not talking like 100 spices.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I tried to explain to them, I was like that those spices are the reason why like they're part of how I've gotten healthy is that you have to cook for yourself and you have to get very like creative with what you cook in order to make it tasty.
Lemon pepper.
Huh?
Lemon pepper, man.
Love
Yeah.
me some lemon pepper.
That's about all I use. It's just like it's good to use a little bit of lemon and a little bit of pepper.
I made fish the other night, Chris.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lemon pepper.
What,
Nope.
what dressing did you use?
I forgot the dressing. I forgot it. I just used, oil and salt and pepper, basically.
Okay.
What kind of fish was it?
Tilapia.
See, he can name fish.
I actually used to work for one of the restaurants we owned was a fish restaurant.
Is
so
white
I
fish
actually
a
learned a lot of
fish?
fish.
Or is that just the color of
I think
fish?
it is a type of fish. Like many different species of fish fit under the white fish umbrella.
It's also a term I think they use.
So then,
to
is tuna pink fish?
no, it's
I don't think pink fish is a thing, but if pink fish was a thing, I think tuna would be pink fish.
Okay. All right.
I think white fish is stuff
I'm
like
just trying to-
cod, tilapia.
Yeah,
I think this is a good time to plug Chris's new show, Chris Talks Fish.
It's a shame.
I think
talking fish.
I think this is what you would find if you went to Chris's house. You would have his fish, and they'd be labeled like pink fish, white fish, blue fish, red fish.
His drawer, his pink fish drawer, and his white fish drawer.
It's a shame Blue Apron's not a sponsor today. You missed out.
Well, I was just thinking about like ordering sushi. It's like
Yeah.
white fish, and then that's the only. I don't know.
What's your favorite kind of sushi, Chris?
The ones with the avocado.
The ones with avocado.
Yeah,
Like a
avocado
roll.
sushi.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I don't have a favorite.
Okay.
The crunchy ones, maybe.
The crunchy avocado
Ones with
on rice.
the little crunchies on top.
No, he didn't say rice. Okay.
Oh, no
Oh, I
rice.
like rice. I like rice.
Okay, good.
So you
We
want
got that
avocado
figured out.
sashimi? Just thinly sliced avocado with
I saw that on the
crunchy.
menu. I saw like vegetarian sashimi. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Patrick,
You know what I just found?
Patrick's slacking me real fast before we get to that. Just to rewind a bit. Patrick's slacking me that there's a Farm Bureau channel that the shows include live market reports, live agriculture, rural news, and commodities reports featuring grains, cattle, and pork markets.
Wow.
So I guess like if you're a farmer or involved in the agriculture industry, that would be very useful.
Is that like the Weather Channel for farmers?
It seems
Although I'm
like
sure
it.
that farmers use Weather Channel as well.
No, this is more specialized.
Yeah. I just found out that white rice isn't as good as for you as
Blew your
brown
mind the
rice.
other day. We were talking about that.
You just found that out?
Yeah, it really made me mad. Like
why did it make you mad?
I
Chris?
thought rice was healthy.
It's a grain, and we do need grains.
I
in
know,
our
but I thought it
system.
was like rice was like, oh yeah. You get a rice bowl versus like a burrito with bread wrapped around it. Like it's like bread's supposed to be bad for you, right? And I was like, rice is supposed to be good for you by that logic, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, the rice you like is bad for you.
Yeah.
And that just made me.
All you gotta do is switch to brown rice.
I don't like brown rice.
Okay.
I mean, it's okay, but like white rice is so much better.
I mean, in moderation, white rice is fine.
okay.
So to follow that logic, just so long as it's not bread, it's good for you. Is that what you're saying?
Right? I mean, like since bread is bad, rice is good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Therefore,
Well, but it's always like the healthier alternative is to have like rice stuff.
You
like
mean at
sushi.
you mean at
like
restaurants?
sushi? I thought was supposed to be healthy for you,
It's
which is a lot of rice.
There's a lot
and
of
it's
health.
white rice.
Yep.
You can eat sashimi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of health involved with sushi and that kind of thing.
but isn't not a lot of that have to do with portions though too? Like
It has to do
you're
with
eating a lot
portions. It has to
less
also
when
do
you
with
eat sushi.
I did a lot of research into actually like Japanese like dining as to why it's gotten the connotation of being healthy. And the truth is it's not really that much healthy, and a lot of it has to do with a lot of excessive carbs like white rice, as well as a lot of sodium. But what is healthy about that diet is how varietous the food is and how many different ingredients go into meals and the food you eat there, and that a lot of nutritionists say that we should diversify what we eat a lot more and have a lot of different ingredients in our food.
It's also expensive, so people eat less.
Yeah, they say that too.
Cheeseburgers have lots of ingredients.
They
You got
do.
meat, cheese, pickles, lettuce, tomato, onion, bread. Oh shit!
Yep.
No.
That's not.
You need a rice.
I need a
We have a
rice.
rice.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually sounds good. Rice patty. Do they have those for burgers? Is that a thing? I know they have lettuce wraps.
Like a rice bun.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
Why? Why not?
Yeah,
There's
why
rice
not?
Let's
bread.
make one.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
The last time I was in Tokyo, I spent about a week there. And I think I lost about 10 pounds
Yeah.
in that week. But I was also walking about 10 miles every day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's a lot more walking and physical activity. Like here in Austin, I live half a mile from like a pharmacy. And if I want to go get something, it's like, I'm going to get in the car. Like there's no way you can convince me to walk that half a mile. I would but when I'm out of town, anywhere, I'll be like, oh yeah, no problem. There's a restaurant a mile away I want to eat at. I'm going to walk there.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's like you've been around your area. You don't need to there's not the fun of exploring. Like when you're traveling, you're like, I'm gonna go see what I find.
I think I also hate just walking. Like in my neighborhood, I'm just in like a suburban area, and I hate just walking around like boring old suburban areas, but like when I went to London this last year, like walking around a downtown bustling place is interesting. There's a lot of stimuli going on around you, and so I enjoy that a lot more.
I went to Japan 9 years ago, and I don't remember the food actually being that healthy. Maybe I'm totally missing.
That's what I'm saying.
The
Is
right
that
restaurants.
it's a common misconception that Japanese food and like they eat so much healthier. They don't. They've got
didn't
plenty of
I
options.
ate
They
a
haven't
lot
found
of
out about the white rice.
Yeah,
either.
I ate a lot of fried pork cutlets
Mm.
with egg on top of them, which doesn't seem that healthy.
Healthy.
And then I also ate at this place called Mr. Donut a lot. I don't know if it's still
I've
there.
never been to Mr. Donut.
But it's like if you
in
kept,
Japan.
yeah, if you kept going to Mr. Donut, you would get toys. Like every time you'd go back, they had like a point program. It's like if you got 3 donuts, it was, I don't remember the exact equation, but it was like after 4 visits, you could get like a little tote bag and all these things. It was very
well, I hate to break it, but donuts aren't Japanese food necessarily.
man. The bag was
Oh,
really
Mr.
cute.
Donut, there it is. They're all over it.
Yeah, it's great.
When
Such
I was
great
in
incentive.
when I was in Seoul a couple months ago, like the week before I went, I read that in Korea, Krispy Kreme was having special promotional Pokemon donuts, and I was like, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna
Did you get one?
go there." I absolutely did. You could get like a dozen donuts, and some of the donuts were Pikachu donuts, Pokeball donuts. And I think the other one was Bulbasaur donuts. You can get them all. They were really. I'll send a.
Did they take
photo-
the
photo.
Pokeball donuts and put like eyes on them and say we got Voltorb too?
That's what I was saying. It's like that's such an easy one. They just all they need is eyes.
Yeah. Stick some magnets on the donuts. Say they're Magnemite.
They did not. y'all are getting a little too deep for me.
Getting too deep.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, look at them. What is your
Uh,
when you go to the donut shop? What's your donut of choice, Gus?
I like eclairs or like anything that's like stuffed with like a chocolate cream or even a
Gotcha.
custard of some
Gotcha.
kind.
What about you boys?
Man, I like cinnamon stuff, and sprinkles.
Yeah,
Cinnamon.
What was the hand motion that
I
went
was
with
just-
that?
I don't know.
he was watching the sprinkles
It's
drop
just- I
onto
was-
his
yeah, I was
donut.
in my head envisioning like the making of donuts. I think making donuts would be fun.
You ever made donuts?
Not personally.
It's actually kind of fun.
I guess I don't know how else you'd make them other than.
I was like, what other way besides
That's
personally? I've vicariously made donuts through my father-in-law.
Anybody else still say time to make the donuts, or am I the only old man around here?
No, I know that.
I don't-
Don't
know.
say it, but I know what you're
I don't know.
referencing.
I don't know.
I
What
say it all the time.
Yeah. What's it
I
from?
got. Do we have the other thing, the Apple TV? Do we have that? 'Cause I found my photo. I'm very photogenic.
A photo of what? Oh,
there you go.
You're so happy.
I was very happy because I was just like walking through a mall. Like I wasn't looking for the Krispy Kreme at the time, and there was just like, there's a Krispy Kreme in the mall.
That's funny.
They're so far ahead of us
Yeah.
with their
Are
mall
they? Did we not
technology.
do that here?
No, the Pokemon donuts were only in Korea.
That's unfortunate.
Why?
I don't know.
It just seems like a huge. I
You
don't know.
seem really distressed by
Well, it
that.
just seems dumb.
That was their exclusive. Like the other countries got an actual Pokemon at Pokemon Go, and Korea got.
We
You
got
ate it.
smoothies at Starbucks. It's Pokemon smoothies at Starbucks.
Really?
Yeah, Pokemon Go tried to
They're
like
all.
made this like collaboration with Starbucks that was like there's a Pokemon smoothie.
Well, I guess I missed that one.
Yeah.
Well, and every Starbucks is a
Pokestop. Yeah, when I heard. Yeah.
Are you still playing, Chris? You were like the only person. Everyone else I
I
know.
play very, very casually.
Caught a
Okay.
Hitmonlee
Yeah,
yesterday.
as
Like-
opposed to those hardcore Pokemon Go players. I mean,
No, I mean, some people, like,
I don't play competitive.
well, it's like I'm not like going out and like I'm gonna go catch Pokemon and go to the capital or something and wonder. It's like if I'm sitting around, I'm waiting. I'll check in and just like
Yeah, but you did that phase too, right?
I
'Cause
did.
I did that.
I did the hardcore phase.
Right. I did that for about
the
2
pro.
weeks.
I did go
right,
pro
as it
for it.
started.
You did go
Yeah.
pro.
It was crazy. I mean, downtown, it
Yeah.
was like there were 300 people downtown at Zilker one night at like 11 p.m. It was nuts.
Yeah,
Not
it was to the
even-
point
not
where during the height of that, Bernie and I had gone to San Francisco, and we were there visiting this company, and the company had sent a car to pick us up, and we got off the plane. We met our driver, and he's taking us to where we're staying at the hotel. And then, I guess we're talking about Pokemon Go, and the driver's like, "Oh, you like Pokemon Go?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're playing." He goes, "Do y'all have a few minutes to spare? I can take you to like some of the popular spots in San Francisco. You can stop before you go to your hotel." We're like, "Sure, why not?" So he like took us on a Pokemon tour around San Francisco, like stopping, and every place we stopped, there'd be like hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh yeah, you can catch whatever here." And so it was huge.
Yeah.
And now it's just Chris.
And
Now it's just Chris.
I play.
Here, let me read this thing right here. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is brought to you by MeUndies. Picture a world where putting on a new pair of underwear isn't just fresh, you're stepping into a better day. Think about it. Underwear is the first thing you put on and the last thing you take off, Why would you settle for anything less than the best feeling underwear on the planet? Our friends at MeUndies sent me a few pairs a while back, and now I can't imagine wearing anything else. It really makes each day that much better. For the price of 2 cocktails, MeUndies will deliver your new favorite pair of underwear right to your doorstep. Better day guaranteed. And for a limited time, everyone in our audience gets 20% off their first order, but you have to go to our special URL, MeUndies.com/roosterteeth. With the MeUndies Better Day Guarantee, you have nothing to lose, so don't wait any longer. Go to MeUndies.com/roosterteeth right now for 20% off your first order. That's MeUndies.com/roosterteeth. Thank you, MeUndies, for making great underwear.
I have an underwear question.
Okay, hit me.
Has anybody here ever run out of clean underwear and then just gone and bought more before cleaning the underwear?
No,
No.
but I
I-
do have like the dregs of the underwear were like
Oh, like
the-
your like your last line.
yeah,
Of
it's like
defense?
you shouldn't. Like there's no elasticity.
It's like the gas light coming on in your
Yeah.
car. It's like you are in trouble. You need to fix this right now.
Or it's like I have to wear a belt with my underwear because there's no elasticity.
There's like a tier of like what your favorite underwear that's like your newest underwear and hugs you nicely and everything. I mean, are you briefs?
As of this last year.
Really? You graduated? What were you before?
Yeah, like I just wore boxers, and now I'm more like boxer briefs. or
Boxer briefs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boxer briefs?
Boxer briefs, yeah.
Boxer briefs,
Yeah,
yeah.
as
Actually,
every
yeah.
gentleman.
I just
should
did
be.
I just did an underwear purge like a week ago.
Mm.
Got rid of a bunch of stuff.
Did
I
you
don't-
donate them?
I did. I donated them to Chris.
It's new to Chris.
I don't have like a last resort underwear, but I do have these really hideous board shorts, and that's like when I know I have to do like when I've run out of everything else, I have these really ugly shorts, and I wore them to work one day because I had nothing else, and even Bernie, like without any context, was like, "Oh, those are ugly as hell." And I was like, I know. Like,
Oh wait, so you
laundry.
not only like take these out to wear them when you don't have like I was thinking like you wear them to take your clothes to the laundry.
I do.
You wore them to work though.
Yeah, because I did laundry that day, but it's a good like.
There's a washing machine here.
Yeah, I also don't like when I get fat, which is right now, which is sad because when I lost my beard, now you can see all this like this fat kind of hanging on my. I got to do this every morning to keep it tight. I also don't buy new clothes when I gain weight as like a weird way to remind
Shame?
myself. Like, yeah, it's almost like you just look in the mirror and
Self-shaming?
just like look at you. And you just look like a overstuffed sausage, like you're just kind of like popping out of the sleeves. Oops.
I think
Yeah.
I did have a thought the other day when you were walking by, and I was like, "His clothes are hugging him. Why is he got such a shirt that's hugging him so tight?"
So
Yeah.
I've been on trips before where I've run out of underwear and I've had to go like to the store and buy more.
Yeah.
But one time I had gone to Minecon at Disneyland Paris, and when I was getting there, I had a really tight connection in Washington D.C. I barely made the plane, like literally running. They're trying to close the door. I'm screaming at them, get on the plane. Land in Paris. Apparently, my bag didn't make the connection.
Nice.
And the airline's like, "Don't worry, you can get your bag later today. It's we know where it is exactly. We'll deliver to your hotel." I was like, "Fine." So then that night, like at 10 p.m., I've been talking to the airline all day long. At 10 p.m., the airline's finally like, "Yeah, you know what? It's still in Germany. It's not going to be here till tomorrow." I was like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, "Well, I don't have any clothes. I didn't have anything in my carry-on." It's like, "All right." So I'm at Disneyland Paris, and I'm like, "I need to go buy some clothes."
Cheapest place to buy clothes.
Disneyland Paris does not sell underwear for men.
Wait, what? You said men.
Oh, they have underwear for women and they have
What?
underwear for children. They do not sell underwear for men. So I had to buy swim trunks.
All right, I'm gonna add something to my Google.
I would have just
search
worn the
now.
women's underwear.
And so I bought swim trunks and I bought like this
Paris.
Captain EO shirt
Yes.
and like goofy socks. And that's how I went to the Louvre. I saw the Mona Lisa wearing swim trunks instead of underwear. And
Who was it that was
Captain
telling
EO
me
shirt.
the other
And
day?
I had you wear that shirt for 10 Little Roosters. Do you remember that? Your Captain EO
Oh,
shirt.
right, yeah.
there-
It's all coming back together.
Yeah. And there was a joke. I wrote a joke around it, but it got cut because no one else knew what Captain EO was. And I was like, ha ha. Like I laughed at the edits and it was just silence. I was like, but it's never mind.
I'm trying to find Disneyland underwear.
So I was also I mentioned it's 10 p.m. because the park itself was closed, so I could only go to the hotel gift shop where I was staying, and that it was on property, so they still had a very huge gift shop, but it was no underwear for men to be found. And the airline did reimburse me for all of the clothes, which was pretty nice of them.
I was talking to, I think, Blaine the other day. Would you ever wear jeans without underwear, like go commando?
No,
Yeah, I've done
I've
it
done
plenty
it.
of times. Yeah.
I don't know about that. I feel like
Depends on the jeans. I have some
jeans are
pretty
like
comfy
too
jeans.
coarse and rough.
Nah, I got some jeans on right now, and they're pretty nice and
But
soft.
like I don't know, like with the zipper and I don't know, it just seems risky.
What about slacks?
slacks?
Like not if they're
Oh,
not
pants?
not denim.
Yeah, maybe those. I could do those. I think denim is just like coarse and you know
Rough and irritating.
it gets everywhere.
nope, not doing that.
No, I got to wear underwear.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
a
yeah.
commando.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in danger of like exposing myself if I don't have underwear on. Like there's
Yeah,
like that-
yeah. There's too many things like
In Lenny Kravitz yourself.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
someone could. I don't know. For some reason in my brain I think someone could pants me, and then
You're not in
I haven't
high
been
school
pantsed
anymore.
in years.
Yeah, flashbacks to
But
high
still,
school.
there's like the fear there.
Well, you do work here.
Yeah, I
Right.
work in a place where like insane things happen and stupid people do
I
stupid
think
stuff for
people
the
have.
sake of
Someone has tried to pull my pants down before here.
who.
I don't know.
You can tell us it's a safe place.
No,
Do you wanna write
I'm
down a
not
piece
really
of paper.
I have to, so I have a setup with, VR headsets and stuff in my office, and I have to always remind people, don't fuck with anyone with the VR headset. I want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable and safe.
Yeah.
That they're not going to get kicked in the balls.
Yeah.
They're going to have their pants pulled down. Then like someone's not going to be fucking with them when they're immersed in that experience.
Yeah, it's a very scary time to be in a VR headset and like people are around and like you're exposed.
Mhm.
You know,
What if
Your
it
body-
enhances the experience? What if there's a time to lose your pants?
What if there's a time to lose your pants in VR gaming?
Yeah.
It'd be great if someone made a game like that, where it looks like it's this whole game, it's this wonderful experience, but then the game's really made for the people not in VR. At a specific time, they pants you, and then in the game, your pants fall down too.
Yeah.
Wow.
that sounds terrible. That sounds absolutely terrible.
But in the game, you get to pick how big your dick is. So it's like yeah, it's monstrous.
But you're not expecting the pantsing in game. Like, this is a weird option. It's asking me to pick my dick size. I don't know why.
how does your dick being big in the VR game benefit you at all?
I don't know. It'd just be funnier. I think. I don't know.
I was playing this game in VR the other day. It's called Arizona Sunshine, and it's like a zombie game where you go around, shooting zombies and stuff. And I got to a point in the game where you have to go down a mine shaft. I'm like, okay, it's getting a little dark. It's a little scary. Then you find like a flashlight. I'm like, okay, I have to carry this around, and then you're just in a pitch black mine. And the only light is your flashlight. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm done with this game. I'm not playing this anymore. This is as far as I will get."
I've done that with horror games. I find if I play a horror game by myself, it's the hardest thing in the world for me to get through it at all. If I'm playing with anybody else next to me, it's all a joke and funny to me, and I can play any horror game whatsoever. It's not scary. I literally just need one more person next to me.
What about
and
your
it goes away.
dog?
Bella does not count.
Did you feel comfort with your dog?
No.
Like, do you feel any safer with
No,
your dog?
with my 17-pound ball of fluff. No,
Yeah.
I don't.
Do you think if say there was a threat, what would
A
she
real
do?
threat in my house?
Yeah.
She would do nothing.
You don't think she would? If you
She
were
would-
getting attacked,
No, we actually someone was at my house today and they brought up that thing that some dogs do where like if you like hit someone like the owner,
Yeah.
like the dog would get protected. Like I don't know, like if your dogs with Esther get really protective with her because they're so.
Our dogs would accept their new masters.
do you want to?
But some dogs are like that, and
Yeah.
someone brought that up. I was like, oh yeah, some dogs do that. But, like they try. I think it might have been Andy, and he tried to like hit me, and Bella just like looked at him and wagged her tail and was like, oh, what are you doing?
But Belle also knows Andy. Like.
You should,
Would you wanna-
You should go on
I
Craigslist
will-
and hire a stranger to
I
break
will
into your home and
roleplay.
assault you.
Do you want to role play?
No, I don't want to role play with
I
you,
will.
Chris.
No, we can do this, and I will come as like I will mask my scent.
Do you want to test
and-
the security of my house?
just your dog?
Just my dog.
I will mask my scent. I'll,
Why does my dog know your scent?
I don't know. I assume at some point, we've hung out enough.
We both work here.
Yeah.
See, you've got.
I guess
Yeah.
Bella has come here.
And
met a
then
lot of
and
people.
then I will mask my scent somehow.
How?
He'll get Russian hookers to
I
pee on
think
you.
Nope.
And
I was gonna ask, like, if you were actually faced with the task of masking your scent, what would you do, Chris?
Wolf urine. Actually, this is a good idea.
All right, how would you get wolf urine?
Where would you get wolf urine?
They sell it at
like Cabela's.
Cabela's
maybe?
and
yeah, we live
like,
in Texas.
athletic stores.
You have to
where
buy
there's,
it
like,
online.
stores?
Yeah, like
Cabela's. You ever been to Cabela's?
Yeah,
Gus?
but Cabela's is not an
like
athletic
sports,
store.
well, sports and things stores.
Wolf
Yeah.
urine.
Yeah, well, maybe wolf urine isn't the best thing. I think it would mask
Can you
my
Amazon
scent.
it?
Oh, yeah, you
might,
can.
It might also make your dog think I'm a wolf. So
And they sell coyote urine at Academy. I just made fun of you for saying that. All right.
Yeah.
Not wolf
Wow.
urine, but close enough.
So maybe not wolf urine, but maybe I would get some other sort of like heavy smell thing. Mask my scent. I would dress in like baggy clothing and cover my face, and I'd come in and
Why
like
the baggy clothing?
I guess in case your dog recognized my body. I don't know.
Like, Chris has been working out.
Your confidence in my dog's familiarity with you is astounding.
And then I would come in, I would like start beating you up, and I'd tie you, and you'd have to play along with like screaming and yelling, and then.
And as he takes your stuff, you have to keep playing along.
I found you can buy a 32-ounce jug of wolf urine on Amazon for $35.
Only 13 left in stock, though.
We could do this. Is
gotta give
it
me-
on Prime? Could we get it? We could do it by tomorrow, like in a day or
35
two.
gallons of urine.
It is not Prime.
What does it do exactly?
I think it keeps animals away from your
deer
yard.
away.
Okay.
Deer, like they smell a predator in the area.
Yeah,
so
like
they
I know a
don't
lot
wanna
of
do that.
people who like when you don't live in a place with a lot of deer, you're like, oh look, the deer.
That would be it.
But then when you live in a place, they're rodents, is
Yeah.
what they are. They're vermin.
What do you think your dog would do if you just started putting wolf urine around your house?
I don't know,
Do you
Chris.
think
These are
your
not
dog-
scenarios that I've gone through yet.
Would your dog
fear.
Yeah, would your dog's like, where? I know there's coyote. There's a wolf somewhere around here.
Well, dogs are closely related to wolves. You probably think it's him.
No,
Like,
because-
man, I've been
no,
working
because
out.
they marked
I can
it-
smell the difference.
They can tell the difference between other urine. So your dog would be in constant height of like. Then maybe your dog would, if we covered your house in urine first,
Why do you have
And
to cover
the-
my house in it?
and then I attacked, your dog would already be like alert of predators.
All right, so in order to do this
There's
scenario,
multiple levels. We'll have to like.
you're gonna
escalate.
cover my house in wolf urine,
And
mask
itself.
yourself in baggy clothing, beat me up and steal my clothes,
not
And then
steal
pee
your
on
clothes.
and then pee on
Yeah, I'll pee on you.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm so for this.
yeah, my dogs are super protective until they see the person. Like if they hear a noise or they hear someone outside, they'll go crazy barking and
They're
pawing
very
at the
defensive
door.
against the idea of people.
Yeah, and then as soon as someone walks in, it's like, oh hey, let's hang out. So yeah, it's when they don't see them, scary. When they see them, nah, fine.
Yeah. Bella's too, like, she's also just old and just doesn't care. Like, she just likes to meet new people. She would not care if someone came
Did
to
you
the
fuck up your
house.
mic, Chris?
I did. I was trying to tighten it. It kept sinking.
I think Chris might need some help with his microphone.
Chris is really making
I
it
got
more
it.
crazy
Oh, you
than
got
he
it?
is right now.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
No, he does not. He does not have it.
He has now stripped the screw.
Oh my God, he took it out.
Good lord.
I'll just hold it.
Here we go.
You're just gonna hold it for the
Okay,
rest of
coming
the
in.
I'm sorry. It kept sinking, and I kept.
I wonder if you have to turn it the other way.
Oh.
Oh,
Is
that's
it-
a new one?
Whatever you do, do not edit this out.
Do not edit this out.
This
No, but
has to
please,
be in.
If this was going to happen to anybody,
yeah.
it had to have been Chris.
You can
Yeah,
edit this
we got a
out.
thumbs up. This is staying
not.
in.
This is
Let
not
me-
like top.
Let me read this while you go through.
But keep the
and repair
camera
that.
on Chris.
Want to remind everyone, this episode of the podcast is brought to you by Nature Box. What do you do when you want a snack, but all you can find is junk food? Rely on your self-control to resist the temptation? Oh, come on. You eat the junk food, so start snacking healthy with Nature Box. Nature Box makes snacks that actually taste great and are better for you. Created with high-quality ingredients that are free from artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, so you can feel great about snacking. They got great ones like Blueberry Nom Noms, Santa Fe Corn Sticks. Nature Box recently made their service even better. Now you can order as much as you want, as often as you want, with no minimum purchase required, and you can cancel at any time. With Nature Box, you'll never get bored, as there are new snacks each month inspired by real customer feedback. And if you ever try a snack you don't like, Nature Box will replace it for free. Right now, you save even more. Nature Box is offering Rooster Teeth fans 50% off your first order when you go to naturebox.com/roosterteeth. It's naturebox.com/roosterteeth for 50% off your first order. naturebox.com/roosterteeth. Thank you, Nature Box, for sponsoring this episode of the podcast.
You got any more ads to read, guys?
I have another one. I don't want to do it
Because
back
it's
to
still
back.
broken.
Does NatureBox, do you sell mic arms by any chance?
What did you do, dude?
It kept sinking, like it was like loose or something, and then I tighten it, and then over time it would sink down, and then I don't know, it broke.
Well,
Let's see.
I was going to say luckily we're not live, but there's no way we're cutting this.
Please do, please cut it.
Can we just stare at awkwardly at Chris the whole time?
It's like performance anxiety. It's like,
I
I
know.
swear this never happens. Like, you can't keep it up. It's like,
I can hold it. I'll just hold it.
Well, it's tight now. It just won't hold.
See.
I love that on this page with the wolf urine, it has a little picture below that's like a little ad that is New Year savings for hot tubs in a wolf urine page.
okay.
Because in case you want to put wolf urine in your hot tub. That'd be a thing.
Sorry,
What are you doing?
I think I fixed it.
It's just gonna tilt a little. Oh no, I see you moved it sideways.
Yeah. I'm now using its own weight to brace it. Mike's coming out. Hold on.
Mike's coming out. We got further advanced tech support now. All this, we're just gonna bring everyone from the control room out one at a time to come try to fix it.
You really did
that
it.
right there. Yeah. So we were talking about, Chris, you can't participate in this. We were talking about Speed earlier.
Yeah.
And about how it's always on
Yeah.
on TV, and it made me think about how during Christmas time I probably watched Die Hard 10 times
Why?
because Die Hard was on TV all the time. Like now that everyone considers it a Christmas movie,
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
Christmas time, it's Die Hard season.
Okay, I'm gonna be clear. Die Hard's a good movie. It is not a movie I want to go back and rewatch.
Die Hard's a great movie.
Hard, yeah.
I like that Chris can't participate in this conversation.
It's a near perfect, if not perfect movie.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but I just don't like. I don't like the whole like that thing that guys are like, oh, let's watch Die Hard. I'm like, nah.
I don't even think it's a guy thing. I think it's just a good movie.
Yeah, it's really good. I watched it so much, in fact, that over our Christmas holiday where we were off, or of our holidays, I guess, while we were off, I had a dream about Die Hard, but it wasn't like a normal Die Hard dream. Like in my dream, you can participate now if you want, Chris. Thanks, Mike. In my dream, I dreamt that I was at the movies watching like a brand new film that had just come out, and it was a new Die Hard movie that focused on the origin story of Hans Gruber.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Oh.
That'd be cool.
It was like so that I was just so inundated with Die Hard, like it was just on my mind constantly.
John, you're wrong. Is what I wanted
I'm
to say.
not wrong.
No, it's a great movie, and it is one of those movies you watch over and over.
Yeah.
It's like Star Wars or like Lord of the Rings or any one of those like classics. Like
we had a viewing party. Me and Nadia and Barbara and Aaron and Bethany watched it. We had a specific viewing party for it this year. So.
Again, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying it's not one that I'm like, especially for Christmas, I want to rewatch.
no, you're so wrong. I'm sorry.
I'm glad I'm bringing this up with this audience because I know Chris is like crazy Die Hard fan.
Well, that's my favorite action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a favorite action movie. Action movies are like candy. It's just like junk food.
I'm interested to see. Speaking of action movies, I'm interested to see, and I'm a little concerned about John Wick 2.
Are you?
Yeah,
Oh, I am very much.
I went in with really low expectations with John Wick, and I watched it. I was like, "Oh, that was a good movie." But now watching the trailer for John Wick 2, I feel like they might be trying to explain too much of the universe, like
There's always
the
that-
call center and stuff. Like they're getting maybe a little too deep, like wanting to explain everything away. Where it's like, no, just leave it kind of mysterious.
Yeah, sequels are rough in that way with something like John Wick that was like just that kind of that just right chemistry of the mystery and a new and world building and action and interesting character that worked for John Wick. But it's like I loved it enough. I'm like, yeah, give me more of that character. Like if that was a series on TV or on Netflix, it'd probably be fun. But I don't know if in the sequel of the movie they'll do the problem they usually do sequels, which is either just make a copy of the first one, which is you have no new story to tell, or they'll go too deep and go midichlorians on it. you
Right.
know?
That's exactly what I think about is midichlorians. I don't want another midichlorian situation.
But I feel like midichlorians is such an extreme example of how not to do it. I mean, like I don't know what else you're supposed to do, but expand the mythology.
I think you can, but there's a balance of expanding the mythology a little bit, but not like just dumping a ton of new things in there and like diluting the whole story, as well as it being paired with a new story worth telling. Like I think often with sequels and additions to franchises, it's often just let's tell the story because we can, because then you get a Finding Dory. Like Finding Dory was not a story that needed to be told or was a new story that it was like hey, let's make another one so we could sell more toys. We don't really have a story to pair with it. We'll just make it.
Well, I think it's like you give information, but you also have to give new mystery.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if you're just explaining everything and all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's it. There's no other. Okay, yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, I don't want to find out the currency conversion in John Wick for the coins to how many dollars they're worth.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to know that.
Yeah.
Like you want some of that. It's like, oh, I finally got the answer to this thing, but I also don't know about this other thing now. It's like it's classic, like handing out information.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to think of like a franchise that did it okay.
Did a good sequel?
Yeah. That hit all those marks for me. Like didn't go too deep into the mythology and had a new story to tell. I don't know.
Terminator 2, man.
Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Terminator 2 is another one where it added to the mythology.
Yeah, Aliens. Pretty much James Cameron. Just any James.
Titanic 2, man, I'm so psyched.
Ugh. I am really
Does that
sad.
mean you're
that-
looking forward to Avatar 2?
No, I am really sad that he's only going to make Avatar stuff because the movie that's filming in Austin right now, Battle Angel, was supposed to be James Cameron, and like, it's supposedly his scripts or some version of his script for that. And it's like he's gone on record and said he's not like anything he wants to say about the world. He can now tell through the Avatar movies. Like he doesn't want to make anything.
You don't think
else.
there could be a good Avatar movie? I like Avatar.
I think that it's possible. It's just it's got to get to new stuff. It's got to have a good story that's not Pocahontas.
I'm with Chris. I liked Avatar. I'm one of those people that actually enjoyed it. It didn't have like an insane amount of rewatchability for me. But I remember I think I saw it in theaters twice. It was beautiful at the time, and I really actually did like the characters and story. But it's been so long now. I don't know if I really care for an Avatar.
To me, it's like the experience of it was really cool because it was like
Right.
the first time I saw 3D where I was like, wow, this is
I think
how
it was the
should
first and
be.
last time.
I just didn't. I don't know. I thought it was a really well directed movie and a really poorly written one. And the same person did both.
There's
so,
an interesting thing I saw on Reddit a few months ago where someone asked, "Can you name 2 characters from Avatar?"
No.
Sigourney Weaver.
No, characters.
I can name the Rays to the Navi. That's about it.
Even the mythology of that movie is just not very
Jake,
good either.
Jake Sully.
Sully. That's the only
Yeah.
one I can
There
remember.
you go.
Like, was it like they're doing a whole Disneyland land of Avatar? Like, is anyone excited for an Avatar?
You
Disney
watch them
section?
talk about them making it, and they're super excited about it. Like
but
the
I
little like
mean-
behind the scenes videos, them talking about how everything is integrated and everything is like there's like fiber wires in everything.
Can you
And-
plug yourself into the
I think
little
so.
things? You like,
You got to buy a special headband, like a
Yeah.
special adapter.
man,
Did you see that Lucas announced he's building a museum?
yeah,
In
LA.
LA?
Yeah,
Yeah,
To
it's
what?
Like
$1 billion
a $1 billion
museum.
museum.
Why?
Wow.
Is he bored?
Probably.
What's the museum going to be? Himself?
It's I think it's I don't remember exactly. I think it's like movies and Star Wars. George
That's cool.
Lucas.
Movies in Star Wars, the museum.
No, that's cool. I love movie and
Feels a little egotistical to make a museum for yourself.
Why not?
but it's Star Wars.
yeah.
I mean, like, and
uh,
it's not. It's
Again, I'm
just,
talking to the wrong audience to
Is that it?
critique
Is that
a
a
Star Wars
picture?
No,
museum.
I'm just saying, like,
There,
in general.
there's
Luke-
the
look at that
concept
thing.
for it.
that's awesome.
What is
looking.
that?
That's the museum.
No.
It says Lucas's personal collection of fine and popular art, including ephemera related to his Star Wars franchise, will fill a futuristic-looking new museum planned for LA's Exposition Park.
See, now he's like that. This belongs in a museum. Like that's his character, and now he's making a museum.
Okay.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's cool. Like I finally recently watched Rogue One, and I thought about how I think it was fine. Like it wasn't my favorite Star Wars movie, but it was okay. And I think about how much people shit on George Lucas for those prequels.
Yeah.
It's like that's got to be really shitty for him that he built this franchise that people love, but people revile him for his work on it.
Yeah.
It's like I think people need to remember like when he's gone, like what will people say about him? Like if people should be nice to him. Like he's created something that I really love.
I think it's a case of like just talking about the whole sequel thing that you either make something great and then if you have something new great keep adding to it, or else you might taint what you created. I think that's the reason why. Yeah, taint's a fun word. I think that's like a good example of someone who did that well was like Bill Watterson, who created Calvin and Hobbes. He stopped because he had nothing new to tell. He didn't want to just run this into the ground. He didn't want to go the Garfield route and turn his creation into just a joke of itself. And sell it like crazy. And so he stopped. And people were like, no, we want more. I'm still there. I'm like, Bill Watterson, you make anything, I will buy it. But if there's something honorable about going, I made something great, I'm going to leave it alone.
Well, I mean, I do think it's like all that. None of that would exist without George Lucas. I still think he's like very smart. I just don't. Very smart, very creative person. But I think he just kind of like he did try something new with the prequels, and it didn't work.
I think if George had gone beyond Star Wars and had and maybe after the prequels with any of his film ventures, like what was that war film, Red
Tails.
Red Tails, like if
Yeah.
he had made something that had done really well or had been critically acclaimed or everyone loved, that had been another palate cleanse for the prequels, there'd be more of a like, oh yeah, George was that great filmmaker in our mind.
Well, he didn't direct it, but he produced Indiana Jones, so you could argue that.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
kind of
That's
filled
why
it
I
out.
phrased it that after the prequels, when he had tainted that image.
Mhm.
I mean, all the way even Indiana Jones, we think of like Crystal Skull and that kind of
I
thing.
try not to.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, it's tough too because I think the thing that makes George Lucas tough though is that he meddles even with the old films, and that's
Right.
what
Yeah.
really rubs people wrong. Even
He did
more
stuff
than
like
the
that.
prequels. Yeah.
You know?
Although Rogue One to me felt like, and I didn't like Rogue One, but it felt like the stuff done in Rogue One felt like stuff George Lucas would have done.
Yeah.
like CG Tarkin and having a movie that ends all the way up to the start of the next movie, kind of like Revenge of the Sith is like, look, they're building the Death Star and he's already in his Vader
Yeah.
suit like that. It's like, no, I get it. There's like, I have like 20 years in
Yeah,
between.
you
like,
can
I
leave a little bit of time.
I can
yeah,
fill in these
yeah.
gaps in my brain.
Yeah.
Um,
There was definitely some stuff like that specifically
Yeah.
that I thought about. but
Vader
I thought
puns.
like visually they really nailed that
Vader
aesthetic.
puns.
Oof.
Like the look and the way that it should have been leading up to to
Mhm.
episode 4. But
I
it
don't,
was
I
fine.
don't want any more prequels. I don't want any more. I like the Star
This
Wars
isn't
universe.
a prequel. This is a sequel to episode 3.
I know. I don't want well, I don't want any more stories that have to line up with something else that happened. I don't want any more stories where I know how the ending's going to turn out. I don't want any more stories where I know who lives and who dies.
I agree. I'm
yeah.
actually incomplete. I didn't.
I want
and that
stories
was-
where when Han dies, I'm shocked. You know?
Well, that's why I wasn't that excited about Rogue One
Yeah.
compared to because it's like I know it's going to happen. The only thing that would like
Are they
surprise-
going to get the Death Star?
Well, it's like the only thing that would
plans? Are
surprise
they?
me is if they told new information about like episode, like 8, but they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Right, because they were not in the proper time
Yeah.
to tell that.
Yeah, well, they still could have revealed information about stuff like
Yeah, there was no
They
big
could
like,
have revealed
oh my
some
gosh,
stuff,
I never
yeah.
knew that. It's like, okay.
they
Maybe
could
they
have.
have, and we just don't know yet.
Oh,
Because I thought like their talk of kyber crystals seemed,
But that's been talked
Kinda
about a
out of-
lot in other
Right, but
lore,
but not in the movies.
not in the movies.
Mhm.
And they kind of focused on it quite a bit and talked about it quite a bit. And then
Yeah.
like I thought, well, maybe something's gonna come of this by the end of the movie, and then it's like, no,
Yeah.
it
Nothing.
they didn't.
happened.
Yeah,
just
it was
kinda
just kind of
falls off to the wayside.
You're right, and she even had like the
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's like this was a recurring thing in the film, and then like oh,
nothing
nope,
really
nothing.
happened with it.
I'm not really that excited about the Han film now. Like I was sort of excited at a
No, it's
time.
got Donald Glover. I'm excited just for the casting.
Yeah, I mean it's got yeah, agreed. Donald Glover doing, Lando is fantastic.
Anybody watch Atlanta?
No.
FX show?
I haven't. I ain't gotten around to it.
Atlanta's so fucking good. They won the Golden Globe.
it's
Yeah.
on my listings and I get to.
It's really phenomenal. I think it's only like 8 episodes. It's not, and I think each episode's only like 30 minutes.
I'm gonna make myself unpopular even more. I really don't care for Childish Gambino.
I like some of his stuff. I don't like the most recent album he put out, but I think Royalty was really good. I guess that was an E EP.
I make myself sound old, but it's really just like it feels very unfun, angry music. Like I like angry music that has like that I don't know. It's for some reason like it's maybe it's because I like Donald Glover the comedian, and then when he's like he's got a very serious persona that he's created with this Childish Gambino like image and he's got and it's a very stark difference from like the Community character I fell in love with.
I peed next to Childish Gambino at a party once.
Did you?
It was it was that Titanfall launch event here in Austin. Like back, I don't know when
I
Titanfall
remember
came out,
that.
like 3 years ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, he performed like we were doing a live stream up at the front of the building, and he was performing out in the back. But like the venue was kind of like this abandoned, gutted building, and there was no green room for him or no bathroom backstage. So after he performed, he had to come out to the front to go to the bathroom, like just like in the general bathroom with everybody else. So it was really weird. Like, oh, that's Donald Glover.
Bathrooms are just weird places to interact with people. Like really,
I did not interact
Yeah.
with him. It's like
Yeah.
I recognized him, went about my day. He washed his hands. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you should not interact with people in bathrooms.
Yeah.
No.
What
I
about
don't
people
really actually
that
interact
you're
with-
on a like casual, like at work? I mean, I feel like I've had like long conversations in bathrooms. And
Why?
like,
You say like, "Hey, That's it. So-
like there was just one time whenever I was taking a shower and then I think Miles was taking a dump.
I walked in on that,
and
and
then
we
I
were
thi-
all
and
having a talk.
and then we kind of like so everyone was
Blaine
kinda,
was
like,
there.
and then it became a thing where they're like we basically had like a podcast in the bathroom.
so you ruined all your good stuff."
Yeah, yeah. But it was fun. It was like the best
You were
bathroom
showering.
I've
Blaine
had
was
in a while.
showering. You were
Huh?
showering.
He was showering.
I was
You
showering.
were showering.
Yeah.
No, I'm not about that.
You ever have you ever like sat on the toilet in front of Esther?
No.
No.
I don't do that.
Ever?
No, I will not take a dump around anyone else. Even here at the studio, I won't take a dump like
Ever-
in that public bathroom. I'll go out to the bungalow where it's like its own toilet and you can close the door and lock it.
You ever peed in front of Esther?
Something about poop.
Something
Yeah,
about
not-
I'm
not-
with you.
yeah,
I don't want
not doing
anyone
that,
watching me poop.
Yeah.
It's-
You fart freely around Esther?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just no fecal matter coming out.
Okay.
Everything else is fine.
Just learning stuff
Yeah.
about you.
No,
You know?
I don't mind. I don't mind talking about it. Yeah, I'll. The worst is those farts that catch you. But like, I'm not embarrassed farting around here. But when it's like one that catches you by surprise, anyone else ever get that? Where you're just sitting there, like you think it's gonna be like a quick silent fart, then it's just like a huge like trumpet. You're like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be quiet.
around like any new, romantic interest. Yeah, but like when I was married, it was like no, I just farted freely. I didn't
You did?
care. Yeah.
I don't know. Does that?
I normally
ever,
do, but like when it surprises me, then I'm like, oh, wow, weird.
does it ever like? Does that ever like ruin the kill the romance?
Like when you're married and you do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a level of familiarity you get to when you're married for years. Like I was
I
married
don't want
for
to smell
years.
anyone's farts.
Well, I don't. Yeah, and see, I don't even think I think of it just funny noise.
It is funny, but I don't want to smell it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think you just like I got to fart. What am I gonna do?
I-
like suppress it and hold it in? Like no, I'm
I've
gonna fart.
dated someone and I've lived with someone before, but I still didn't like
How
fart.
long
on
did you live with them?
2 years?
Okay.
Did you
And-
go outside to fart?
No, just like maybe go to the bathroom.
You go to the bathroom to fart.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I didn't ever fart in the around
Chris
the
had
person,
his fart corner
but I'm
that
just
he go
saying
in.
I wasn't like, like
Why does it have to be married with sound as well? If you like making some sort of French
Maybe
laugh.
that's how you know Chris is farting. Like maybe he just farted right then.
no. I'm
You're a
just saying like if
distant
you're gonna
French
fart,
man laughing.
if you're gonna fart and you don't like, what, are you just gonna pretend like it didn't happen? You're not gonna laugh at it. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I laugh at it. But
Yeah.
I don't make some sort of weird noise like that.
You don't laugh like,
Yeah, I don't make a Gerard Depardieu sound, but I just fart.
Hmm.
But I don't think. But again, farts are funny to me. Although I again, when I'm around, if I have like if like I'm on a date with someone or have a new girlfriend, like I don't.
Bernie's mentioned on the podcast before, he's not here to defend himself, so I'm going to tell the story.
Good.
But he's mentioned on the podcast before about how if he and Ashley are traveling and they're sharing a hotel room, he will not take a dump in the hotel room. That
Yeah.
he'll go down to the lobby.
No,
and
I
a
take
dump there.
dumps.
Yeah, I would absolutely. I'll wreck that bathroom. I don't give a fuck.
We all poop.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we all do it. We all have to.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just don't want someone staring at me while it happens.
Yeah.
I stayed at a hotel once in LA where like let's say I'm sitting on a toilet right here, then like 3 feet in front of me was just like this full body length mirror.
Did you see Jessica's tweet?
Yes, I
Jessica
did. That's what made me think about it. Yeah.
That was like I loved that she had like I guess the best word for it is but like the guts or the courage to like post that picture of like Jessica was she was at a bathroom and the same thing and she was like she just took a selfie of herself on the toilet and it was the funniest thing I'd seen on Twitter for a while.
Yeah,
had to retweet it immediately.
I can't imagine the thought process behind like, yes, the mirror
I
right in
should
front of the
stare
toilet.
at myself.
Like 'cause then it's awkward. Like I don't know. I can't look. Like I don't want someone else watching me take a dump. I don't want to watch myself take a dump.
Yeah,
You can check your form.
How do you feel about people hearing you take a dump?
I'm fine. I don't care.
Okay, because
Dude.
I usually I'll play music in the bathroom. on
set
my
the
phone.
mood, just like
yeah, well, that's
chill
the thing.
out.
It's like you go
Wait. Are we talking just at home or in public bathrooms?
not in public. No, if a girl's involved, then I'll play music. But it's weird because
Do you have a special playlist for it? Or is
no,
it
well, that's the
whatever?
thing is like you get in there
Plays
and you're already
Evanescence.
self-conscious about the sounds of your shitting, but then you're like, oh, but then you realize you're about to be judged on your music selection too. So you have to like pick songs you think the other person that he's playing Childish Gambino. He must be angry,
Let me be clear. I don't think
he's
Josh
listening
Gambino's
to
bad
shit
music.
and
It's just not my
making
type.
shit.
yeah. So you have to be careful.
I wish you
know?
did that here at work.
I should
It's like,
start doing
"Hi,
it.
Josh." Like,
How'd you know?
You hear the worst sounds
It's like
ever in a guy's bathroom when you have like a bunch of old dudes in there because they don't care.
Yeah.
And they just they're just plopping sounds and there's just grunts and just the worst noises ever.
Yeah.
But imagine if there was like also the soundtrack to La La Land.
Right.
Like how much like it'd be way more pleasant.
Wait. I got to know. What's the last song you played while you pooped?
I think it was a George Michael song. I think it was Too Funky by George
Too
Michael.
Funky.
Yeah.
Because you can have like a Amazon Echo or whatever where you can like
Alexa, play my poop playlist.
play shit
Oh, man,
list.
there we go.
Play my shit list.
Man.
So
Yeah.
what's today?
Today
The
is the
podcast, last week's podcast is just coming public today.
Mhm.
But
yeah.
in last week, I'm not going to say it, but I'm not going to say the exact phrase. But Bernie said something to
Yeah.
trigger assistive home devices to purchase a Rooster Teeth product off of an online store
What?
Yeah, so he told people's
The device
things to make
to purchase something.
Yeah,
Wow.
Did that make it in the final cut?
yeah, it was in the
did?
title.
Oh wait, so he commanded.
Yes,
Yeah.
to buy something.
That's really funny.
A certain card game that we made.
That's pretty funny.
That's-
Did you watch it all? Didn't you guys watch the two robots talking to each other on Twitch?
Yeah,
other
the
day?
Google Homes.
Yeah.
It was interesting because they were always so. What I understand was, were they programmed a certain way because they always seemed so confrontational.
They were very well. They would get to a point where they agree on something. Like I caught him at a point where they're talking about getting married, and they were talking about let's get married. When should we get married? I'm ready to get married now. Well, let's get married now. We're married. Well, how many kids do we want? 67. What are the names of our kids? I don't know. You don't know the names of your own kids? Stop getting mad at me. And then they just like devolve into like a bad marriage.
Marriage simulation.
Yeah, that's what it was. But it was the course of like 20 seconds.
Yeah, it was interesting to watch them like fall in love, fall out of love, be angry, and like just always
They
over
did.
and over.
They got angry with each other a lot, and they'd go back and forth. One would be like the one to be angry with the other, and then they'd like find a middle ground. Then they'd get back up to the top of
And
the other
there were
one.
definitely some existential crises
Yeah.
as well. It was interesting, and I feel like we talked about that on the podcast before. I said that I wanted to have all the different devices, all the three I could think of, talk to each other and have a conversation. Someone fucking stole my idea.
Yeah, I love that. I love that kind of stuff. With like, I love that people use Twitch and streaming services to do this kind of stuff. Kind of like when Twitch plays Pokemon. Like that's some of my favorite things that come from the internet when phenomena kind of arises from that, and you just start seeing things on social media about these two robots are talking to each other. What's going on? And then everybody starts quoting, and you're like, what is this? And you tune in. You're like, this is amazing.
Mhm.
Those are my favorite things on the internet.
Yeah, it was really interesting to watch.
They went at it.
Has anyone actually used an Alexa to buy stuff like that? Like that piece of it actually scares me.
Yeah,
'Cause
I do not
like-
own one.
Yeah, I don't know
There's-
one either.
There's a great moment in the two guys from Polygon have a podcast, Cool Games Inc. And they were a lot of people from Polygon. They work from home. They're a very telecommunicating kind of company, and so they were
Can't afford
recording.
an office, huh?
Huh?
Can't afford an office, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. So they're recording their podcast. The two guys, Griffin and I think is it Nick Robinson who does it with them? I think. And during the podcast, one of them got notification. There was a guy working on his bathroom, like doing stuff to fix his plumbing and everything like that. And while he's recording the podcast, he gets a notification that the plumber had hit his the Amazon Prime button and had ordered like toilet paper to be sent to his house. Like he's like, the plumber just ordered toilet paper at my house.
He probably didn't know what it was. And just
Yeah,
hit
and he
it.
just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was one of those things like he just touched it and then nothing happened and then he got the notification while they were recording for
Even
it.
if the plumber kept hitting it, like, what is this thing? It's not doing anything.
That is kind of nice though. It's like the plumber. It's like his area of expertise. The toilet, and he's like, he's gonna need some toilet paper. Better.
Yeah.
I've seen the shape those pipes are in.
I would love to have seen a camera though of the guy like looking at this foreign button and going, what happens if I do it? And then like nothing happens and he just
He like
keeps
looks
going.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty funny. Someone mistakenly or even on purpose buying stuff for your house.
That'd be a good. When someone's over at your house, just like you click it, Alexa, order.
I'll be very careful what you're saying
Oh,
right
man.
there.
Change her name.
Tiffany, order 1,000 condoms on Amazon.
Because that's all you have to say. Just order. Just
I don't
the
know. I don't
product.
have one, so I don't really know how it works. But like, isn't that it?
Yeah.
Do you own one?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't
Can
actually.
it buy
I
you
don't-
new stuff, or can it only buy you stuff you've already bought?
I think it can be new stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
We talked about this in last week's podcast, but there was a news report where a little girl was talking with one of those devices and she asked it to play dolls with her, but it misheard and then purchased a dollhouse for her
Oh,
smart.
that showed up at the home. And then when the news reported on it, the newscaster said the exact same phrase.
Mhm.
And then everyone who was watching the news, their devices all went
Well,
off.
that's like
and did the same thing.
when Xbox, when the Kinect
Mhm.
had the voice activation, everyone was just having too much fun going.
Yep.
Xbox shut down. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now it's Cortana.
yeah. I used to do that all the time.
It took me about a week and a half to realize they'd switched over to Cortana, and I was yelling at my Xbox constantly.
I think I bitched about that before, but I thought that was a dumb change that they made because
them trying to unify themselves with PC and everything.
But my wife had been using voice commands on the console for a long time. Then one day I had to be like, oh, now you have to call it this other thing. Like, why? Like, oh, they just changed the name. But why? Like, if you're not like really into the gaming or you don't understand this, like, that doesn't make any sense. It already had a name. It should be able to respond to both names.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess they assume that Cortana's not too deep of a cut for Xbox users. But still, I agree. There's no reason.
Yeah, if they really want to get like mass market or make it like a home entertainment device, like they're trying to position it, then it's dumb.
I didn't even realize they'd made that change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I was not a fan.
Use my Kinect.
And I feel like it never listens to me.
No, I find I have to really yell to get it to respond. So
If I talk like a robot, it listens a lot better.
yeah.
I think it's prejudiced against humans.
against blooders.
Yeah, blooders.
Blooders.
Against the worms. Here, let me read this
Listen to
thing.
us complain about AI intelligence.
We live in the future.
Yeah.
I want to remind everyone that this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by Trunk Club. It's no secret that a lot of guys aren't great at making time to shop for clothes, but they still want to look good. Trunk Club can help. Trunk Club makes it easy for you to look your best in clothes that fit you perfectly and look amazing, handpicked by your own personal stylist. Go to trunkclub.com/roosterteeth, type in your measurements, share your likes and dislikes, and Trunk Club will send a trunk of clothing straight to your door, handpicked by your very own personal stylist. Trunk Club is backed by Nordstrom, so stylists have access to some of the best designer brands. Try on your stylist selections, keep what you like, send back what you don't. Trunk Club is not a subscription service. Order clothes whenever you like from your own personal stylist. Take 5 days to try everything on. Returns are always free. Get started today at trunkclub.com/roosterteeth. It's trunkclub.com/roosterteeth. Trunkclub.com/roosterteeth. Thank you, Trunk Club, for making people look better, because I don't want to look at gross people like Josh. So, I like to talk about flying all the time and planes, and I'm really into that kind of stuff. And right before we came on to tape this, I saw, well, for a while now, I've been wondering if I'd taken my last flight ever on a 747, like the big jumbo plane. And I saw right before we came on that United tweeted that they will cease 747 operations by the end of this year. So like the window for flying on that plane is really narrow.
So is that like something that means a lot to you? Like your last, would you want to make sure your last flight on 747 is like a meaningful?
Yeah, like I feel like I need to take a trip now. I need to figure out a way just to fly on it one more time to have it be like my final time. Because when I was a kid, like that was the plane, like that was like the plane I always thought about. Like that's
I think literally the only plane I could like offhand name.
Right, like it was so iconic and really changed aviation.
Why are they getting rid of it?
It's old, and now there's more fuel efficient ways to move people around.
Oh, okay.
That's why you really don't, for the most part, you really don't see giant planes with 4 engines anymore.
Gotcha.
Like now everything's like a little smaller and 2 engines.
I don't even think about like what I'm riding on. I just kind of like get in and like go to sleep.
No, I think about it because then I think about like
Out
how
of the
I set it
context of
out.
airplanes, that's a funny statement. I don't even think about what I'm riding on. I just get in and then go to sleep.
Yeah, not as weird as like playing music while you shit. I mean, it's not that weird.
Have you tried it?
No,
I play
haven't.
music
There
like
you
if
go.
I go do a photo shoot, I'll play music for the model to make it less like awkward just stand there and clicking the button and everything like that. But I've never used it for pooping.
I thought of a better name for what cyborgs and AIs will call us. Instead of blooders, it should be bloodies.
bloodies.
Yeah,
What?
I just think it's like I don't know. It's a
Like the derogatory term machines would have for
Yeah.
humans.
bunch of bloodies over there.
I like what was it in Knights of the Old Republic? Doesn't HK-47 call people meat sacks?
Yeah,
Meat sack.
that's a
I
common
mean-
thing for robots. I think in fiction to call people.
Meat sacks. Yeah.
People are weird. Like the human body, like it's just meat and bones.
Yeah.
It's just like a weird thing that's like wrapped in skin.
Getting very existential here, Gus.
Humans are weird.
Yeah.
It's just bizarre to me.
It's weird too to think when you're touching someone, you're like, I'm poking their meat. You know, it's like, Gus, I'm gonna poke your meat.
Please don't poke my meat. No, my meat's very sensitive. No, it's something I think about a lot. Like just how weird being alive or like being sentient is.
I think this is close as
bizarre
we
to
get to
me.
Gus being deep about life.
No, yeah, maybe.
Like him just talking about his anatomy.
I think about as I get older, I also think about death a lot, and I wonder if like have I passed the halfway point? Like where was the halfway point in my life? Like
Yeah.
where do you turn and it's like now there's less in front of you than there is behind you?
The literal Half-Life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like I think about like I guess I'm at a point where like I should be having a midlife crisis or something. I think that's like how people struggle with their own mortality and thinking about the
What
fact
would a
that I can
Gus
be around
midlife
forever.
crisis look like?
Big computer with VR.
But you
and-
buy that stuff.
oh
already.
shit! I don't know.
Well, you
That's what I'm
probably
saying is
passed the good half of your life.
The good half is definitely
like
yeah.
it's definitely
Man, let me tell you something.
more bad
about-
than good.
Let me tell you about how I've passed the good half of my life. On New Year's Eve, I slept bad, and I got a crick in my neck, and my neck and my shoulder still hurt. It's been a week and a half, and I'm still like, my neck. That sucks. That would not happen to me to a younger
Did
person.
you stay home for New Year's Eve?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, just you and Esther.
Yeah, when the dogs, like I'm always nervous about the dogs with fireworks. I don't like
Yeah.
fireworks.
Cool.
Yeah, no, like I wanted to go out, but just like I get worried about them because I have some neighbors who live relatively close to me, who buy like big commercial fireworks and put them off like with huge explosions. And
Yeah.
it's like if it was like small ones, the dogs probably wouldn't care, but the big ones they feel.
I hate people who set off fireworks inside the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just fucking with everyone's dogs.
Mhm.
Yeah, I kind of wanted a pig recently, but like
All right, let's not skirt that issue. You want a pig, Chris?
Yeah,
What do you mean you want a pig?
Like I would love like a pig, like a pet pig. They're super cute. They're awesome. They're smart. The only thing is like the idea of a teacup pig or it's like a miniature pig it's not a thing.
yeah,
right.
they just grow.
They just keep growing. They sell them like, oh yeah, it'll be this cute little dog. And it's like doesn't happen. They get big. But I really want one. But I don't have like I don't
You could get a small one, then when it gets big enough, you could just eat it and then get another small one.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't think I could do that,
Gus,
Gus.
I want a serious answer. If you owned a pig and you had kept it long enough that it got big enough to eat, would you actually eat the pig?
Probably not.
No, you
I don't think I
You're
could.
not a
Yeah,
heartless man.
there's
But pigs are delicious.
They are. There's actually a guy in my apartment complex that owns a pig. I actually came out of our gym and I like walked out and there's a pig. And I asked, could I pet your pig? And he said, yeah, and I got to pet a pig.
Wait, so he lived in an apartment?
Yeah, I don't know if he had it like, I think the pig might have been a secret pig. 'Cause I don't-
Secret pig.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm all like, man, I would totally get a pig.
You'd have to really get to like your apartment complex to check it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's just I'd worry about it getting so big that it becomes cumbersome.
You just
You
live
know,
here
or-
in the studio.
Do you think?
There's puppies in stage 2.
There's
I
puppies in
could-
stage 2. Stage 5 needs an animal.
What happened? And I guess if it ever became no, because here's the deal: is if I had a pig, and it's like everyone's like, well, I can't handle this pig anymore. I need to like put it up for adoption. It would just get slaughtered.
Right.
Like you have a
Is
dog.
there,
I
is
don't
there
think
pig
there's a big-
rescue?
Yeah.
There's no pig rescue because that's bacon.
Yeah, how
You know
many
what I mean?
pigs,
Like-
how many pigs in America live to just old age and death?
Not
many.
not many.
I
yeah.
used to race pigs actually when I was a kid. I was in 4-H and I would raise pigs to like show pigs and then sell them. Yeah, then you auction them off. That's actually how I was able to afford my Sega Genesis as a kid. I
How
sold
many
my-
pigs did
you
your Sega
saw-
Genesis cost?
It was just one, just a big fat one.
All right,
Is
so
that
that,
like-
that's the exchange rate of
I
pig
like-
to Sega
I like-
Genesis?
yeah, one big pig will get you a Sega Genesis, Tasmania, which that's a bad trade, and then the X-Men game. That's
So I
really hard.
remember when
And an extra controller.
in high school when I worked at an ice cream place and I would think about like how many hours of work would it cost to buy this game, right?
Right.
But like to think of it in terms of pigs, like how many pigs?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, funny is, like video games are actually that's my barometer on whether something is a good deal or not. Like is how much
costs
Yeah.
more,
Yeah,
worth
like-
more than a video game.
Yeah, whether it's worth video games or a console. So like if someone says, "Oh, we should go to this concert or something," it's like $200. Like, well, that's basically a PS4. Like, I don't think the hours don't line up.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's like it's a value judgment.
that's a good that's a good way of thinking about things.
I used to do that all the time. Also, like when I was a kid and I had like jobs, and then it was always like this. I have a goal that I want to hit, so everything boils down to how much does that take away from my goal, or
Yeah.
what is the value of it?
Mine is like, how many hours of enjoyment will this add to my life? Because a video game can give you 20 to 50 to whatever.
Yeah. I actually like games that are shorter now because I feel more satisfied with them because I know I can finish them.
Yeah.
Like a game that's like 5 hours or like 10 hours at tops, like that's great for me because I'm like that's a realistic thing when I know a game's gonna take 50 hours to beat. I'm like I'm never gonna find
Yeah.
the time to finish it.
Yeah. Well, I stopped doing all the side quests on like RPGs and stuff.
Yeah, I'm way less. I
be
used to
a
do. I used to be.
completionist.
Yeah, same here. I
Yeah.
used to like.
Yeah,
look
when I played Final Fantasy 15, I intentionally was like, I'm gonna try to stick to the story as much as I can. I had to do some side quests to like level up and make sure I was level appropriate, but it was like, I got to get through this because I've got so many games to play.
How, did you beat it already?
Yeah.
How
I think
long-
it took me 38 hours.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it was good.
I only played. I only. I mean, I was at a friend's house and I only played for a couple hours.
It was good.
but-
It was a fun game. I mean, it's the story kind of falls off the rails and is
Yeah.
a little weird, but it's Final Fantasy. You know.
Man, I want. Yeah, it didn't used to be that way though.
It's
Like,
always been kind of that way.
Final Fantasy VI, which is one of my favorite
that's-
games
yeah,
ever.
yeah.
I played it when it was 3 on the Super Nintendo.
That's probably my favorite
That
of all
is,
time.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
is amazing, and it has a very simple story with really good characters. And after
I think once they hit 7.
once it hit 7, it went
Yeah.
all over the place, and
Oh,
now
man.
it's known for that. Unfortunately, it's like, oh, you're gonna get the story that doesn't really.
My
make a lot of
favorite
sense.
was 10, where it turns out
He's not real.
yeah, you're a ghost that's a memory of your dead father or
Yeah.
something like that.
yeah.
The 9, I feel like, was pretty straightforward.
That
But that was like a
That's
return
the
to
more
that was like-
fantasy one.
That was like a return to
Even
like
that one,
classic
I
style.
had trouble following. Sometimes I was like, there's some fantasy stuff happening. The series that really kills me is Kingdom Hearts. Like, I don't know why. That seems like the most straightforward mythology that you could do, and they made it so insane where you literally have no idea what's going. I mean, you're just basically okay. Yeah, can I just get to like Nightmare Before Christmas now? I don't care about this dimensional crap. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird how convoluted storytelling in video games can become.
Yeah.
It's like I don't understand why that's the case. But there's definitely a lot of games where that isn't the case.
Sure.
I think like right now I'm playing through Gears of War 4, and it's definitely like it actually so far. I'm not done yet. Makes sense. It's like okay, I understand why we're doing this. I understand why we're doing this. I understand why we have to go there. So I'm hoping that I can at least get through it. And
But is it
complete all.
good? I only played 1 and 2, and the story was
I think
not
4.
the best.
I mean, it's in the Gears of War universe.
Yeah.
So it's very the same. I think Gears of War 1 was extra weird because if you played, they eventually came out with like a revised, updated edition.
Yeah.
But if you played the original launch version of Gears of War 1, there were huge sections of the game cut out. And even by the time you reach the end of the game, like late in Gears of War 1, there's a scene where they're like, oh, we have to go stop, General Ram on the train.
Yeah.
He's got the bomb. And you're like, what bomb? It's like the first time they mentioned it at all. It's like it came out of nowhere. It's like, what? Oh, we're chasing a bomb? Like, because all the other stuff explained the bomb. Like, oh, that was all cut. They didn't have time to finish that.
Yeah.
And then when they released the updated, like, remastered version, they put all of that stuff back in.
When it comes to games, where does story lie in like priorities for you to be able to enjoy the game?
I like a good story. I really.
That's
I
what
want-
keeps me playing a game.
I skip through every line of dialogue.
No.
I will skip through everything. I don't care. And for the most part, a lot of these games, you can just get the story even by skipping through. Like you don't need especially these really long games, like just finishing Skyrim or even like Fallout 4. Like I liked Fallout 4's story. I skipped a ton of dialogue, still understood the entire story. I think the last game that I didn't skip the dialogue was probably like BioShock Infinite, and I love that story. And I thought that
Yeah.
what?
I'm in your boat.
Yeah, I
Yep.
was not a fan of Infinite.
I thought it was half of a really great game.
Yes, I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
You make me sad.
The
You make me
first
sad.
half is excellent, and then there's a point that turns where you're just like,
loved it.
I don't. Again, it goes into nonsensical
Yeah,
storytelling.
it's like,
You're
like we have to have a twist
right.
that people aren't expecting. What's the twist going to be? Oh, just something really dumb.
Yeah, it felt like Matrix Reloaded. It
Yeah.
felt like expansion of the mythology that's taken the wrong direction.
I
It's
like
just
Matrix
like,
Reloaded.
ugh,
I'll have another unpopular opinion.
okay.
I kind of feel the same way about Old Boy. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
ever seen it. It's like I was like everyone raves about it, about how great it is. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
Like it was okay, and then it just kind of falls off the rails.
There's
and
a,
becomes
it's, I mean, it's a
nonsense.
really well made movie.
yes.
Which, if you haven't seen his new movie, The Handmaiden, you should, because it's the best movie of
I have
last
not
year.
seen it
It's
yet.
amazing.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I made my
You
mom
probably
watch
can't
it.
find it anywhere. You probably can't watch it anywhere. It's such a limited release.
It was out. Well, yeah, it's out of theaters by now. But I
Yeah.
made my mom watch it over Christmas break.
You watched it with your mom.
Yeah, it's if you don't know, I assume most people haven't seen it. It's this like the most. It has just insanely explicit sex and,
Yep.
and more. It's almost like the way they talk about sex.
Oh,
is-
this movie. Yeah, I
more.
remember this.
Yeah, it's so good. Like it's unbelievably good.
It's playing today at the Ritz.
There you go.
can
You
still
should
go
go
watch it.
today.
What time?
9:30 p.m.
You should go. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
I went in
such an insanely well
basically-
told
Damn, it's a
story.
long
knowing-
movie.
Yeah, but it's good. Well, it's because it has like a few parts to it. But
Oh, it has a few parts.
but it yeah, it's got a few
A
parts.
few parts. On
It's good though.
Is
It's
that a movie
good.
term?
It's good. Yeah, I have a movie podcast.
I was,
Have you seen Train to Busan?
No, I heard it's awesome. That's
Pretty good.
the zombie one.
Yeah, I think it's maybe a little overhyped,
Okay.
but it's good.
Yeah.
It's a solid zombie movie.
I'm always a little weary of like genre films that get hyped because I feel like I get burned on
Yeah,
those more than I get
don't
burned
don't.
on
I mean,
anything else.
don't. I feel like it's got way too much hype. I think it's got like a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes or something.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Okay.
It's
Because
not.
that's how I felt about like Attack the Block. And
What was wrong with Attack the Block?
it's fine. It's not amazing.
I agree. I thought it got
It was
overhyped.
fun.
I think the
Whenever I
core story is cool, like the alien mythology and that tethers it. I think the movie that kind of centers around it is not particularly interesting or exciting.
What does that mean? You said the story in it is good, but
The story, the core
The
story,
idea, he's saying the mythology, the idea,
the alien
behind the
mythology
stories.
in the movie is cool.
Okay.
But what actually happens in the movie isn't particularly like
Okay.
fun.
I liked it. It was fun.
I enjoyed it, but I thought it was overhyped. I thought it was like,
Yeah.
oh, this was okay.
I felt the same way about The Raid. The movie was I was bored.
Really?
Yeah. I thought again, great premise. It was like when I heard the premise, a guy's going to fight his way through 30 stories of bad guys. Like that sounds really cool. And there's a better version of that in Dread. But yeah, The Raid. Yeah.
Did you just say Dread is a better version of The Raid?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
the same exact premise, but Dread is. You didn't like Dread? It's really good.
I like Dread.
Not the Stallone Dread, which I
Oh.
watched the other day on HBO Go.
I thought Dread was way more absurd.
I thought Dread knew what it was
Okay.
tonally. I don't know. Anyways,
I heard
sounds
people.
like
I never saw Dread, but I hear people who did watch it. Most people I heard defend it.
it's
love
good.
their
It's really
slow-mo.
good.
Love their slow mo in that
Talk to
movie.
Gavin about it.
Yeah. They love it. They
Yeah, I looked
both-
it up. Train to Busan's 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's not.
No.
It's okay.
What was your
Handmaiden's
favorite
like
movie of
94 or
2016,
something.
Gus?
Favorite movie of 2016. I might have an unpopular opinion here. What
Never
did I see in
happens.
2016? It barely qualifies, but I saw no. I don't know. I have to think about it.
You have to think about
I have
it?
to think about it. Let me look. I got to see what movies came out because I feel like I'm gonna say something that I'm
I
gonna
have,
forget
I have at
one.
least a few in my head that I could tell you my favorites. Arrival's pretty far up there.
Arrival was good.
I would say it's somewhere between Arrival, La La Land, and maybe even Handmaiden.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Handmaiden. I feel like I like Arrival more than La La Land, but I definitely feel like out of all the movies, La La Land is the one I've sang the most. So
Yeah.
whatever
Well,
that
it would
means.
help that it's a
we're not-
musical.
We haven't sung any of the songs from Arrival
Yeah.
yet, so
Yeah, you mean the drones?
I thought, yeah, I enjoyed Arrival. I wasn't as hyped on it as everyone else was. I thought it has an amazing, without spoiling it has an amazing twist, and then after that twist, it doesn't know what to do with itself.
There was a great they these movies they put out like VFX reels and show you like these people show off the VFX. I watched the VFX reel of Arrival and all it taught me was that I think in Arrival they couldn't afford any vehicles. Like almost every vehicle, like even like not even just like far away, like even just like every like trucks. Just like just put it in digitally. It was like every fucking vehicle, not just the helicopters or the spaceship.
So I thought Civil War was good. That's kind of a big blockbuster movie.
I-
Oh shit! Was that this year? Oh yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane. Easy.
Yeah,
Easy.
that's
That
in my
was good.
top
That was
10
good.
of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That was a
that would be my pick.
That was, I think that's a great example of, I don't know. I mean, I still collect 10 Cloverfield Lane to the Cloverfield verse.
Mhm.
And I think that's a great way of like, we have this world we created. Let's make another story from it, but we don't need to just do the same thing over again.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've heard that supposedly the next Cloverfield movie is coming out later this year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like
Well, that's what he said when JJ made the first one, and people were like, and obviously they asked like, what's the sequel going to be? And he said, and this is forever ago, he was like, I think we could tell other perspectives
Mhm.
of the world going through different stages of that whole problem.
Yeah, Bad Robot had a movie on the slate for later this year called God Particle
Mhm.
that got removed from the slate. And now it's like there's a question mark as to if it got removed because there's going to be a Cloverfield if that was the secret code name for the new Cloverfield
Yeah.
movie.
Did
Is
10,
it coming
did 10
out?
Cloverfield Lane have a secret name?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
did.
it
I
was
can't remember.
Valencia, I think.
Yeah,
We need more secret names.
we do.
We do, Chris. I so agree with you. What would your secret name be?
No, not me.
No, I want to
personally.
know
I'm
what your
talking-
secret name. If you want a secret name that when we reference you in conversation, people know what we're talking about, what is Chris's secret name?
Big virtual dick.
I was thinking,
BVD?
I was thinking, or bloody, or
Bloody.
bloody. Or,
Okay.
Or I feel
So
like
from now
I feel
on,
like I
Internet,
wouldn't
if
mind
you
like
ever
a
want to
captain.
reference Chris in anything,
I wouldn't mind a captain. Captain Bloody.
Captain Bloody.
That's not a bad one.
Captain Bloody.
I'm just talking about like project wise. We don't have secret names for.
Why didn't you have a secret name for Level Roosters?
Because everyone knew it was coming. It was
yeah.
announced like a year ago.
You know,
no.
we use sometimes.
When?
I can't say.
Can you say what production had a secret name?
They have. I feel like we have productions that have different temp names.
You and I are working on something. You should just come up with a temp name for it right now.
Temp name is not
or like
is
whatever.
not a secret name.
You should
Temp
just
name
come up with a
is
secret
okay.
name. Tell people about our
Secret-
secret project.
Our
This is
secret
true.
project.
you're gonna get in trouble.
No. It's.
Are you making up a name now?
Yes, I am.
That's
it's
not real.
It's
then.
Dr.
Bloody.
Barr, and the
Dr. Bloody.
dentist adventure.
Doctor
Dr.
what?
Dr. Barr, the dentist adventure.
You still didn't say it. What?
That's a secret project. Dr. Barr, the dentist adventure.
Bar the dentist?
Dr.
Dr.
Barr,
His name
the
is
dentist
Dr. Barr,
adventure.
the
comma,
dentist adventure.
Okay.
We don't need any more secret
That's
names.
my secret
It was
name
a bad idea.
for the secret project that me and Josh are working on.
It was a
Dr.
bad
Barr, the
idea.
dentist adventure.
I'll tell you more
Coming
about
soon.
dentists later this year.
Worst
that's a
film
real
of
thing.
2016, Gus.
Oh, I saw two terrible movies. On one flight, I watched two of the worst movies of 2016 back to back.
Yeah,
They're not my pick. They're up there.
but they're bad.
They're bad. I watched Ghostbusters
Yeah,
and Batman versus
Oh.
Superman
Yep.
yeah.
back to back on a flight. And
Jesus.
I was like, I'm ready for anything. And then I watched Suicide Squad. And I was not prepared.
And they
Suicide Squad.
broke them
You
all.
watched
the
all
bad
three of
movies.
those.
No, Suicide Squad I watched later. Like
Okay.
the
I
next
was about to
week.
say, is like,
But you thought the bar had been set.
I thought I
Yeah,
was like,
those things.
I've experienced the low, and no,
Yeah.
Suicide Squad blew them all out of the water.
Yeah.
Like Batman versus Superman. At least I was like, I think there was a good movie in there. There was like a core of a good movie that got fucked up. Suicide Squad, I couldn't find
honestly, the Ultimate Edition, the extended, doesn't fix the movie in its entirety, and it's still, for the most part, a bad movie. But it fixes a lot of the questions you have that you feel like you're missing out on information, and actually gives a plot line to everything that Luthor does. It actually fixes a lot of the story problems with the movie, but by doing so, it makes it a 3-hour movie, and it's long, and it's got bad pacing, so it doesn't really fix it. But it's like, oh, so they had a story there. It just was a 3-hour plus
And
movie.
I would also get annoyed anytime Wonder Woman showed up. They played the same music
Yeah.
cue every time. It's like, I get it. It's Wonder Woman.
You don't like musical cues? Like
It
Darth
was
Vader's got a
like
musical
over the
cue.
top. It was like in your face. It was like those drums. I don't
Yeah.
remember how it went. It was like, yeah. Okay, actually, no,
Yeah.
I got it. You could have cut the volume on that by just drag the slider down.
Yeah.
We're good.
They played the same notes over and over again throughout the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy. It is that anthem throughout all three films over and over again.
Oh,
No,
listen,
what do
there
you
are
know
actually-
there-
no,
there's a
Lord,
lot of
Lord of the
very
Rings has
themes.
has like 30 or 40 individual
No,
character
it's that
themes.
one theme that
No.
they
Which
play
sing
over
it.
and over again.
Sing it.
So what you might be thinking of is like they might have the same traveling music. Because what I was going to say was I always had
Yeah, I'm
that.
not saying there's not any other music, but they literally use that same.
I had
theme
that problem
over
with
and over again.
Lost because anytime on Lost that they were going to like set out somewhere, it's like, oh, here we go. It's the travel music. Here comes the montage walking across the island.
You want to hear something crazy I heard recently about a movie coming out? So Shyamalan has a film coming out,
Right.
Split.
Okay, right,
and,
right.
and we all don't like Shyamalan because Shyamalan makes bad movies now. I actually heard from someone that I actually put as a credible source that Split's actually supposed to be good.
Did anyone see The Visit? I heard The Visit was good, but I
It
haven't
was
seen
okay.
I do feel like it's possible for him to make a good movie. Again.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree. That's why I've gone and seen every fucking movie he's made because I'm like, maybe we'll get Unbreakable Shyamalan back.
Yeah,
You know?
I showed Unbreakable to my wife a couple of months ago. Like I didn't really give her any setup for it. I was like, yeah, let's watch this movie. Started watching it, and she's kind of like half paying attention. Then it starts engrossing her and grabbing her more and more. Then once you start getting to like some of the reveals in that movie, she's like, is this a superhero movie? I thought she really enjoyed that reveal, like the way that it built up, like it told misdirect the whole
And
time.
she just saw it recently and had never seen it.
Hadn't- yeah, never seen
That's funny.
it. Never heard of it.
I envy her.
It was good to
and did you tell
experience
her
that with someone.
she didn't know it was Shyamalan?
No.
Did you? What'd she think when you told her?
Oh, well, she's not like really big into
Okay.
film and directors and stuff. She probably would recognize the name, but she probably wouldn't be like. She would know the
She
Sixth
would-
Sense, and that's
yeah,
about
yeah.
it. Yeah. But yeah. So I thought Unbreakable was good. I thought Sixth Sense and Unbreakable were both really good, and then it's
like
kind of fallen
Signs.
off the rails. No, I
like Signs,
I
too.
hated Signs.
Yeah.
Fucking hated Signs.
Signs,
so
I think,
much.
was the beginning of the division of.
And the other one
Shyamalan
was
people.
it The Village?
The Village.
Oh,
I like The Village too.
I think people were mostly on board for Signs. It was still a hit. It still did well.
I was like,
theatrically.
okay, that wasn't bad. I
I
enjoyed.
think The Village
that.
is the dividing point because
I
that's again that's
love-
like it's like BioShock Infinite. It's like there's half of a great movie
Yeah.
in The Village, and then it just goes off the rails, and you're like, oh man.
I love the music in The Village. It's got a great soundtrack.
I don't know. I only ever saw it once in the theater, and I never watched it again. I
Um,
angrily walked out.
I've always thought about if given the opportunity, would I take it if you could like have a movie erase your memory and get to watch it again from scratch?
Mm.
Would you, and what would it be? And I've always like thought like if you get the opportunity, that's kind of a bad thing because then you're just going to rewatch old stuff instead of getting to explore new experiences.
It might be something like Usual Suspects.
Really?
Yeah.
So you see that twist again?
Yeah. That was such a cool experience.
It's a weird thing to think about, like people not finishing things and like being like. So it's like you see a bad movie. Do you ever not finish the movie, walk out of the theater type thing?
I've never walked out
I've
of
never-
the theater.
I have, but it was for like the Bewitched remake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something
Walked
like-
out of
yeah.
the other guys.
Really?
The other guy? Okay.
Yeah, but it was very, very, very specific reason. We had a newborn. It was my birthday, and when you have a kid, you don't go anywhere. You don't do anything. So, given any opportunity to ever go out, it's like,
Yeah, it's special.
It's
It's
very
special.
special. It was my birthday, and my favorite thing to do in all the world is go see movies. So we bought a double feature, and I can't remember what we saw before the other guys. It was a good movie. And then we got into the other guys, and I was not enjoying myself. And I was like, this is a waste of our time and money. Let's get out of here and go do something else. And so we left, and I think I did finish it later, so like maybe a couple of years later. But yeah, I left out of the other guys.
Yeah, like when I watched Rogue One the other day, when we were done, Esther was like, "Yeah," she was like, "I thought it was okay." She said, "At first, she said I didn't like it at all. The first half.
It has
of
a really bad
that
first
first
act.
act is
Yeah.
really bad.
And she said it was the kind of movie where if I had walked out because it was so bad and boring, I wouldn't have realized, oh, it all comes together and it's kind of okay at the end.
Yeah.
So it's like you're like playing to your point. Like you could potentially walk out of something that you think is going to be awful that in the end is either really good or kind of comes together.
I wonder if there's like relationships or like sex or things that people have walked out of that were like just like Rogue One.
You just stop mid-sex. You're like,
Like,
no,
no, I'm walking out.
I'm not in. But if you,
I'm not-
you stayed
yeah,
till the end,
first
you realize
act isn't.
it all was
isn't really-
okay.
Yeah. But the climax of this is going to be great.
I don't think that works that way, Chris.
It'd be more awkward certainly to
Yes,
walk
it
out.
would be. It would be awkward to stop mid-sex and leave.
and say like I'm not feeling it.
There's a better use of my time tonight.
Yeah, I've got a baby, but I really should be enjoying this time.
That would be that is like in the realm I think probably was like the most offensive things you could do. Like even don't even go that far of sex. Like even just mid making out, stop and leave.
Without saying anything.
Yeah,
Be like,
nah. Just say nah.
nah.
Go.
I'm done.
Yeah, like that's pretty terrible.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of terrible and rough, it's time to wrap up.
Okay.
So, well, thank you everybody for watching. We'll be back again live next week on the 23rd. Go check out 11 Little Roosters if you haven't seen it yet, and see if you can figure out the puzzle.
It's like a video game
Yes, it's a video
and a game.
All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.